and their main news anchor, Graham Richardson, is joining us. Great to have you on our show.
Great to be here, Leanne.
A little bit of a time change for you in terms of being on air.
I'm up anyway. That's all right.
It's great to have you here, and it's wonderful that we have this opportunity here in our city to have CHEO, to have the resources of CHEO, but of course the major fundraiser is this telethon, which you're getting set to host starting Saturday night.
Yeah, Carol Ann and Max and myself will be there for a good chunk of the weekend. This is, of course, the biggest fundraising event for CHEO for the year. Last year, just over $6.3 million raised. The best part about it, Leanne, of course, is not only is it the kids that have been helped at CHEO, it's the employees, it's the volunteers, and everybody kind of comes together. And you and I both have kids, and you know, for me, luckily, things have been small at CHEO, and oftentimes I think you hear from people that if you have to go there for an extended period of time, you really appreciate what we have in the community. And in a moment, particularly in a moment of crisis, it's hard to fully appreciate that. A lot of times people come back on the telethon and they give back, and they talk about their stories.
I think it's the stories, for me, having watched it and having helped out at the telethon, that it really makes an impact, because you have real children, real parents telling their stories, and also on a positive note talking about new things that are happening at the hospital and how certain equipment has helped. So that, to watch and to learn and to be educated, is also amazing.
It is, and there are, of course, there are champions. They are successful stories. It's not all. It's often, actually, not all tragic at all. And of course, there are heart-rending stories that people will that will stay with people for a long time. And some of the champions at CHEO, it's difficult because they don't make it. That's the truth. That being said, though, we are focusing and will focus on what is so important in the community are the success stories, and how families at critical points have this institution from all over the region. In many ways, it's a world-leading organization and a world-leading hospital, and we're obviously always thrilled to just be a part of it, to help out. And it also, what's great about it too is you get to talk to your viewers in a direct way on telethons. They reach out. It's the connection with the community that, you know, when you're reading the news and you're doing a morning show, sometimes you don't often get that opportunity. So it's always fun when the clock hits 6 o'clock and the news audience is on, because the phones go nuts, and it's great to be a part of it.
Everyone, and you're watching footage, has a smile. You see the kids who are grabbing papers. You see a ton of people on the phones, and they're calling people, and they're speaking to people, and you have an opportunity to talk to the people who are actually there and why they're volunteering. There was one thing that you said. We want to talk about the obesity. It's something that really interested you.
Yeah, it's because I spent a lot of time immersed in the news. We talk about diabetes, we talk about the growth in childhood obesity, and it's one of those things that CHEO is working on very closely, and you'll hear some stories about that. And what I like about those stories is they often bring practical tips, practical information to parents about what you can do to keep children healthy. And you and I both know that it doesn't necessarily have to be getting them into organized sports, and it's often the smaller things and the choices that parents make that can make a huge difference in a lifestyle pattern very early in life. And CHEO has a big part in that, and we're going to be hearing a bit about that over the weekend too.
I love that they're continuing to profile and bring things to our community. When you'll start on air Saturday night?
It's kind of all a blur, but yes, Saturday night at 7, straight through until Sunday night at 7. So JJ Clark, Carol Ann Meehan, the entire team, Max Keeping, everybody will be there.
You have a lot of people working the phone lines as well, and you know what, even for people to just see their name, just scroll along the screen, you know, and to know that they're making a difference. If it's a donation of $5 or $100, everything makes a difference.
And I often say, you know, on a telethon like this, you see the big check, oh, the $5. I've worked the phones, and when people call in for $20, $5, $10, $100, whatever you can do, it does make a difference, and it's nice to talk to those people too.
And get inspired, because there's a ton of check presentations that'll happen, but these are events that have gone on year-round as to what people have done, how creative they've gone with their fundraising.
Yeah.
And so you'll understand how the 6.2 plus is able to be collected.
Yeah.
Good luck. I know it's going to be a really busy weekend.
Thanks for having me on,
guys.
Leanne. Appreciate it.
We do have to take a commercial break.